It's the award-winning entrepreneur O.D. Harris in the building. Today we're going to be talking about how to start your business. Look at your neighbor and say, Mama, I need you to listen to this podcast because he's going to be sharing some tips on how we start our business. Well, hello everyone. This is the award-winning entrepreneur O.D. Harris, and I want you guys to share this podcast with someone. Let your boy know that you're sharing it out there. Please visit my website, odharris.com. You can learn more and get more tips, learn how you can connect with me, learn how you can have me come out and speak at your next event. I'm so glad to be here today with you guys because I got some great information for you. Number one, we're going to be talking about how to start your business. Now, everybody want to start a business, okay? Everybody want to start a business, but there's some things that I want to give you that's going to help you in this journey. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Hey. Now, we like to have a little fun on this entrepreneurship show, and so what I want to start with this is, you guys, okay, so number one, when you're going to start your business, obviously we start with our passion, our dream, our purpose. I always tell people, if you're going to start a business, let it be with your purpose, because at the end of the day, when the money's not rolling in, you're going to want to give up. So make sure you're not starting your business with the only intention to make money, but making sure that you start your business to make sure that you're going to make an impact in people's lives. Come on, somebody. Did y'all hear me? Are you starting your business to make impact in people's lives? You need to make sure that you're doing that, because when you offer your service will be solving a problem. And the question is, have you solved the problem? Have you identified the problem? Is your problem in your pitch? Is your problem everywhere you go? You see it and you know that people are going to need your services. Okay, that is a preach for somebody. You know someone gonna need your services. Some of you beauticians out there, some of you book writers out there, they're gonna need that information. They're gonna need that widget, that product. And you guys gotta make sure that it's different. It's different. I'm going to tell you guys, honestly, a lot of people is not making sure their business is different. Everyone's doing the same thing. But I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people out there stealing your ideal. And what I would share with you is this. Just do your ideal first. Do it faster. Do it better. Do it faster and do it better. That's right. Rewind. Do it faster and do it better, because guess what? Everyone's out there challenging, competing. And sometimes you guys realize that sometimes when you share your vision with people who are not ready to receive it, may be like, that is not it. Okay. That is not the thing to do, but it's okay, because it's your vision. I love the fact that when I talk to my friends, I always tell them, I say, hey, what do you got going on? They say, I'm going to be doing this. I said, great, let's do it. When do you, what have you done? When have you started? Have you written it down? Some of the greatest things that's going to happen in life is that people miss out on money because they're not able to take what's in their brain and put it on some paper. We need you to put some of them ideas on paper, okay? Because some of you guys' ideas are so brilliant. And I know that some of you guys been called straight to entrepreneurship because of the fact that at the end of the day, your ideals, how you conceptualize things, it's just great. It's just sometimes you guys may have ideas that may be too early, may be too far ahead. It may be too far. It may be too far away from the society actually embracing it. But I want to tell you guys something. When Steve Jobs said everybody need a computer in their household, boy, wasn't he right about that? Like, he created the need. I'm sitting with my computers right now in front of my face, and it's letting me know how much Steve Jobs was right about creating a space for the need. And I'm going to tell you, everything that you're listening to is because somebody created the space for the need. And so what I'm sharing with you guys is this. If you're going to start your business, make sure you identify the problem that it's going to solve, and make sure it's solving it a little bit different than everybody else, because that is the premise. Now, the next thing I'm going to share with you guys, are y'all ready for this big old tip? This big old tip. Listen. Get your business incorporated. Look at your neighbor and say, what? Get your business incorporated. Stop playing games. You guys need to legalize your business. You need to make sure that you got your trademarks in line, patent, copyright, inventors out there. I know there's some inventors out there, and you guys are got your business, and you like, man, I'm showing everybody my invention. But let me ask you something. Have you got that patent? Have you gotten copyright? Now, this is the thing. You guys notice that patents and copyrights and all that stuff is just, it falls in different lines, right? You could do the poor man copyright if you're writing a book. You know, you can email it to yourself. You can mail it to yourself. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can put yourself out there so people can know that this belongs to you. But what I always recommend, get a lawyer, okay? Stop trying to figure everything out. I'm going to cut the corner over here. I know what y'all be doing. I know what y'all entrepreneurs be doing. It's okay, though, because I know I've been there, done that, understand it oh too well. I don't preach to y'all. I don't had a whole sermon. I was shouting about it, okay, the other day, like, yeah, I saved some money. But when I started thinking about over the years, I had to go back and redo a lot of my work. So let me show you guys an interesting story. As you guys know that I opened up 35 locations in 7 different states, and I was so proud about what I was doing. And so I was so glad, like, look at me. But when I got ready to franchise it, see, some of you guys are going to get franchising. And so when I got ready to franchise my business, what I found out is that everything has to be alike. There has to be a brand statement. There has to be a look, like, and feel. And I had to understand, like, what is the colors of my brand? What is my brand logo? What is my brand mission? What is its ID? What customers am I serving? So a lot of the stuff, as I began to grow and wanted to franchise, I realized I didn't have it all in line. And if I would have did it right in the beginning by getting a lawyer, look at your neighbor and say, a lawyer, get a lawyer. Okay, stop trying to figure it out. There's some lawyers out there that's inexpensive, but that is going to be an investment. You got to get your lawyer and you got to get your accountant. That is a tip, y'all. Y'all better shout about that. Shoot, get a lawyer and a great lawyer and a great accountant, because they're going to be there in your journey every single step of the way. Every single step of the way. And the reason why they're going to be there is because you need great finances. Come on, somebody. If you're going to get business credit, you're going to need those financial statements. You're going to need your profit and loss statements, your P&Ls, your income statements. You're going to need all that. A lot of that is in the same lane. Your balance sheet. If you don't even know what that is, oh my God, you are in trouble, because you need to go back and figure out if you are ahead or behind. Listen, you got to know your finances. You got to know you got to have a cash flow statement, because you guys, some of us, we can be so great at what we do, but we are missing the subtle things that is going on around us. And I'm going to tell you guys something. During the pandemic, I hope you guys realize that they initiated something. So every business must be incorporated, right, to get the PPP money, right? And then they say every business must have a tax ID number, right, to get the money. Then they said, well, every business have to have a bank statement, have to have a bank account with the bank name, everything identified in order to get that money, right? And then they said, oh my goodness, you need to have a commercial address. Okay, a commercial address. Now, the cool thing is that you can use a shared space in order to use a commercial address. You can use a shared space. That means that Regis and some of these other virtual offices, you can use their address. Well, you can have a full business. What we learned during the pandemic, and what we continue to learn, that commercial buildings are not going out of style. I guess I'm kind of proud that they're making sure that we are attaching ourselves to a commercial building, not just to a personal house, because a lot of you all know you do not want your neighbors to have an endless flux of people coming into your neighborhood, coming in and out of the house on the corner. Y'all gonna be talking about it, but I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Everybody's always complaining about the neighbor down the street that got a business going in and out their house, and they want it shut down. Why? Because it brings more traffic to the neighborhood, and we don't know what type of traffic it is. So guess what? A lot of you guys are complaining and saying, hey, get out of my neighborhood, go into a commercial building. And that's what I want you guys to start thinking about. While we are in these tips, ask yourself, how long are you going to be in the hood? Hello, how long are you going to be in your spot? When are you going to step out on faith and get out there and get going? I can share with you right now that if you are not thinking about the next level of your business, you are totally behind. You have not started out the right way. You need to be thinking about the future of your business, which is scaling your business. Look at your neighbor and say, scaling your business. And what is scaling, OD? Well, I'm so glad that you guys asked. Scaling is growing your business, being able to duplicate yourself. Now, let me ask you this. Do you have a duplicate? Do you have can your business be duplicated? Can you duplicate what you're doing right now? This is why it's so important. This is why I always say, this is the part I love. You guys, this is why you got to write everything down. You got to write down all your pros and cons. Like, oh my God, I can't stand writing down. I don't like writing. I hate writing. I don't like English. I know. I've been there, done that too, y'all. When I got done with college, I was done. It was like a divorce. Like, I'm out of here, peace. I ain't coming back. Nope, I'm done. But let me tell you something. The key things that I learned in college was writing. And I try to do my best. I'm going to avoid this writing assignment. But I found out, guess what? I come right back to it. I come back to writing because it is key, essential to everything you do. And it's okay. You know, obviously, I know I have to write. Come on, you guys. I know I wasn't going to do no writing, but I didn't want to do it all the time. I got tired of writing 30-page papers. And now I'm learning to write 30-page policy pages for my business. So when I got to writing my steps on how to start a accounting business, I learned that was like a 200-page document, y'all. 200 pages. So I learned you're not going to get away from the fundamentals of life. You're not going to get away from the fundamentals of things. You're going to have to email people. When the emails came out, I'm like, oh my God, I'm writing all the time. You guys know that emails is a document that can be captured in your business. I always hit people with the follow-up email like, hey, it was a great conversation. I'm glad that we talked about these things. I look forward to these projected deliverables. And make sure you sign your business information, your business name. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand it. This is a tip I learned for the lawyers. Y'all got to know this one. Number one, never sign your name as the complete in the email for your business. Even though you may be the owner, you always want to sign on behalf. So when you write that check to that person, make sure you say on behalf of the business, O.D. Harris. I'm signing on behalf of the business. I'm signing O.D. Harris. This is why you want to make sure your language in your emails is right. Some of y'all been writing emails to people and you have not been using the language of your company. Hey, we will make sure that you are, if you're dealing with a customer service complaint, we will make sure that you have this taken care of, on behalf of the business. I'm O.D. Harris. You got to make sure that you're not signing yourself, but you're signing on behalf. That's the key word. Look at your neighbor and say, are you writing on behalf of somebody? Are you writing on behalf? Because when you write on behalf, it allows you to make sure you have that key separation away from your business. I am not the business. That is a separate entity. This is why we always say, set up your sole proprietor, set up your LLC, set up your 1120S corporation, set up your 1120C corporation, set it all up, okay? Because that's an entity. That's an identity. Did you know that your business is an identity? It identifies who you are. It identifies what it is. It's like a baby. When you have a baby, they put a name on you with a birth certificate, right? That's the same thing with your business. We give you a birth certificate, y'all. What is the birth certificate? It's the LLC. It is the Articles of Incorporation. That is the birth certificate, okay? And then we give it a name, and then we get a social security number. What's the social security number? The tax ID number and the Dun & Bradstreet number. What is Dun & Bradstreet? Well, you need to go to dunandbradstreet.com and look it up. Okay, it's your secondary social security number outside your employer identification number if you ever plan on getting approved for business credit. So it's like a baby. So you open up a bank account, you open up the bank account, you put your money in there, and you need all these things just to even open up a bank account. And then you begin to build. You build on what you have. these are some of the tips that you got to know. Now, I know that some of you guys may be thinking like, I got a lot of great ideas. Well, I'm going to tell you, you better get your .coms, .net, .info, .biz, .us, .info, .co, You better get your virtual space in line. I'm telling you right now, because you're definitely going to need all of that. All that, okay? You're gonna need all that, and I like to think that you can secure your name and secure your hashtag, y'all. Come on, secure your hashtag. What's your hashtag gonna be? Okay, what is your hashtag gonna be? Got problems? Yeah, got answers. Got solutions. Got credit. I like the one guy. He's like, hey, his hashtag is got credit. Hey, I'm with that. Got credit? Do you got it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? But we are here as entrepreneurs to solve a critical problem in the market. And I love the fact that, I'm able to share these tips and give you guys some great feedback because, let's be real about this whole process. While you're in your process of building your business and while you're in the process of making sure your business becomes successful, you have to be mindful that someone is always watching what you're doing. Someone's always trying to take and do what they got to do to take credit for what you got going on. But I want you to be so secure. Look at you, so secure in what you're doing because it's so important, okay? It's so important. So did you guys get all these great tips? I hope that you guys are really learning and gaining a lot of information. And now I want to make sure that I give you guys some resources. So a couple of things I've been doing lately, you guys, that you probably want to know is I've been having a great time listening to Earn Your Leisure. Yo, those brothers are great. They're doing so many great conversations. And I'm just in love and loving the dialogue that Ian Dunlap is giving. He is a master investor. You can follow him and you can follow them on their Instagrams and YouTube channels, but they give out a lot of great marketing tips on how to get into stocks and other financial literacy things. But that's what this entrepreneur report is about. Some of you guys are starting and you're asking yourself, if I'm starting, how do I start? Where do I go from here? And how do I get there? And I'm going to tell you right now, this is what you guys have to do when you're starting. You have to recognize what is going to make you so much more stronger in the market, which is what's going to make you different, which is what's going to allow you to start the conversation. I love starting conversations online. It's so fun because I get a chance to see and I get a chance to look at all the different people that I can actually invest my time into because I understand the importance of what they're going to get from me. And so that's what you need to know in your business. What is they going to get from you? You already know what you have to offer. But you got to make sure that people know what they're going to get from you. And I'm going to tell you, I'm excited. I just sit back and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm with this. We're going to make this happen. I'm going to tell you guys right now, you're going to love being in business. Just don't let business run you. Don't become a prisoner in your business. You guys are going to hear me saying that a lot because it can happen to you. And so if you guys haven't got those things together, now you can always, when you do your LLC, now this is one of the tips that I will give you. This is just for free, y'all. This is just great information. Make sure you don't commingle your business funds with your individual funds. The reason why is because if you ever get into a liability issue with someone, they're going to be trying to take everything you got. Okay. And you want to make sure that those things are separate from each other. Okay. So don't be commingling. If you got to do an owner equity withdrawal from your business account because you're running a little low, just go ahead and just transfer it out. Don't try to spend the debit on personal stuff. Keep the debit straight to business. Because what happens when you grow, people watch, they say, oh man, we need to get some of that money. We need to get some of that. And let me just share with you guys, it's just not worth it. So let's do it right, y'all. Let's start it out right. When I franchised my business, I had to go out and I had to do everything from the beginning. I had to start back over. I had to get a branding expert. I had to get someone to help me with my logo. I had to get someone to help me with my slogan. I had a lot of things that I had to grow into, but I'm so glad that I went through that process so I can share it with you. And I'm going to tell you guys, as you guys continue to grow in your business, I want you guys to think about these tips. Think about what I'm sharing with you. Write down your processes. Write down, make sure you get all the education that you can in the area that you are focused in, and become a student of learning. And that's what you're going to get from this channel. Become a student of learning, because that is the most important thing, y'all. I love this. I just love you all. I love having fun sharing all these wonderful tips. If there's some tips that you learn, hashtag me, hashtag OD Harris, hashtag Entrepreneurs Report. Please do that, because that allows me to keep up with you. Follow me on my social medias, OD Harris, OD_Harris, and make sure you go check out my website. It has a lot of information for you. So I'm just glad that you guys have been able to hang out with me, and you guys are having a good time with me. And I hope that this podcast was everything that you wanted to be. Now, we got some great interviews that's going to be coming up real soon, and I hope that you guys stick with me, stay with me, hang out with me. You know, I'm your favorite uncle, the award-winning entrepreneur, OD Harris, in the building, y'all. That's how we do it. I'm so glad. Thank you guys so much for your time, and big shouts out to my producer, Wave Runners, who continues to bring great episodes, great content, who helps me along this journey. So with that being said, I love you guys. Have a great one.